Disappointment of my life.
Yes. Yeah, and I've known some real disappointment, too, believe me.
Rose, you're not going to tell us that story about the exploding pig again, are you?
I never told you a story about an exploding pig, Dorothy. It was a peg-legged pig. Our possum was the one that exploded.
Forgive me, Rose. There have been so many possum explosions lately, it's hard to keep track.
So what was this great disappointment in your life, Rose?
Butter. I wanted to be Butter Queen.
Oh, yeah. What an actress. She was so good and Gone with the Wind. I wanted to be Miss Olivia de Havilland myself.
Blanche, are you listening to this?
Bits and pieces.
Go on, Rose.
Well, Butter Queen was our town's highest honor. From the time I was born, my folks groomed me for it. Singing lessons, dancing lessons, junior butter pageants. For 16 years, my entire life revolved around butter.
You were very fortunate. So many of us wasted our youth.
When the time came for the pageant, I was incredible. I showed poise in the evening gown competition. I was brilliant in the oral butter quiz. They couldn't even trip me up with a trick margarine question. That evening, butter was spelled R-O-S-E.
Rose, you're embarrassing yourself. Please don't go on.
I have to, Dorothy. I've kept these bitter butter memories too long. As the pageant drew to its frenzied finale, there I was, alongside the other two finalists, churning my guts out. When all of a sudden, for no apparent reason, my churn jammed. Yes. And just like that, it was over. I'd lost. It was the biggest disappointment in my life. It was small consolation to find out years later there had been churn tampering involved.
Blanche. Rose, Blanche and I are going to the other end of the cell. Don't cross this line.
You won't believe what happened to me today. It was so exciting. I've been waiting for somebody to come home so long, I thought I was going to burst.
Well, you won't believe what happened to me today in the dean's office.
I was driving down Biscayne Boulevard listening to WREQ, the big band station. I usually listen to WXDC, all talk radio, but this morning a little voice told me to turn the dial, so I did, and I tuned in right in the middle of this contest. They were looking for the 12th caller. Well, 12 has always been my lucky number, so I pulled over and I got my change ready. I always keep 2 dimes in the crook of the door handle for emergencies, and by the time I got through, I was the 12th caller. I won 4 tickets to the Frank Sinatra concert.
You get your bohunkus back in here and listen to what I have to say.
Oh, Blanche, I'm sorry. What were you trying to tell me?
Well, Rose, I just don't know what I'm going to do.
3 tickets to old Blue Eyes. It's finally going to happen.
But Dorothy,
Rose, please. I went down to the auditorium today, and out front, I saw a kid scalping tickets to this woman. So I figured this is my last chance. I raced over, took her aside, explained to her how much I'd always wanted to see Sinatra, and guess what? She let me buy the tickets.
it was that easy just because you said how much you wanted to see Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, that, and that I only had 3 weeks to live.
Dorothy.
These are desperate times, Rose.
Boy, I'll say, today when I went to the dean's
I
office...
got tickets, too. This is such a coincidence. I was driving down Biscayne Boulevard.
No, please, I cannot bear that again. She was listening to her car radio. Yeah. Big band, not all talk. There was a contest. Something about a little voice, a lucky number, and a dime and a door handle. Then bim, bam, boom, she won the tickets.
Take a lesson, Rose. That's how you tell a story.
Look, I know how to settle this. Let me tell you a story of the steamy South, a tale of deception and tragedy.
Just a second, Uncle Remus.
Blanche is telling a story.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
I was 19.
Fine. You might have a blessing that gets men.
Ma!
Why? I thought she was finished.
She just said she was 19.
Well, look at her now. You don't call that a tragedy?
God, stand back. She's gonna blow.
What do you mean you had 56 boyfriends? You told me you were a virgin till you got married.
Hey, you can have a boyfriend without having to go all the way.
You cannot. If that were true, Rose, that would mean you were a slut.
Oh, come on, Blanche. How can you say that? So the woman had 56 boyfriends in 1 year. She's not a slut.
Thank you, Doris.
She is the slut. She is the grand poobah of slutdom. She is the easiest woman in this room.
Dorothy Spornak, you take that back.
The slut is dead. Long live the slut.
I'm the biggest slut.
And by the way, Dorothy's not my daughter. She's my lesbian lover.
Are there male-female roles in the relationship?
Well, I am the little homemaker, if that's what you mean.
Now, wait a minute. Just let... And I take out the garbage.
Next question to Dorothy. What kind of pain and embarrassment has this lifestyle caused your mother?
I really don't know, but I'll ask her tomorrow when I visit her at the home. What are you talking about?
You know about the will. You know if I die, you'll be on Easy Street. What did you do, Dorothy? Slip cyanide into my mouthwash? Ha ha, the joke's on you. I don't use it.
Oh, Ma, come on. You're just being silly. Here, have some tea. It'll relax you.
Nice try, Dorothy. Rose, you taste it.
Rose, don't! That tea was for my mommy.
Can't do this to me. You never touch the principal. That money's for my old age.
Old age? You don't leave fingerprints anymore.
I caught this old lady assaulting a man over the last tube of Preparation H. The tube broke and it's all over aisle 7. I detained her for scooping up the rest of the ointment and putting it in her purse.
I'm in my twilight years.
You're in the twilight zone. Hopi Indians are walking around saying, how does she do it?
Sophia!
Oh, big deal. The other guy got away scot-free, and he wriggled in it. Dorothy, this is a sign. Maybe I'm supposed to make a miracle. Hey, maybe this is my shot at getting into the Bible.
Ma, the Bible is a done deal.
Wine. Worth a shot.
If Miles didn't tell me about the surgery, doesn't that mean he doesn't want me there?
Excuse me, Rose, you're about to make a grave mistake. You come to me if you want advice on men. You go to Dorothy if there's grammar you won't help with.
You ended that sentence with a preposition just to bait me.
What would I do that for?
Oh, go ahead. Blanche, I'm a bubblehead and I deserve to die. I said I'm a bubblehead and I deserve to die.
And it was worth repeating. Rose?
Because I'm reasonable and kind and considerate, and I'm back in the game. I have a date tonight with a young man I met in the produce department at the market. I showed him how to thump a melon.
There's a euphemism we haven't heard before.
Ma, this is about art and love and inspiration, and you make it sound dirty. Thank you.
Now, you cut it out, you old worm woman. See, I've never had a Canadian who wasn't on skates.
I'm sorry.
I have this recurring fantasy. Take me, Alex, take me now, I tell him. And he says to me, Blanche, in the form of a question.
Alex, structural engineering for, I'm going to go for it, 1,000. In fact, give me every category for 1,000.
Now, that's what I call real jeopardy. Dorothy, proceed.
What is the Verrazano Narrows? What is a foot candle? What is the Theodosian Code? What is the speed of light? What is the point of any of this, Alex? I am humiliating these two.
Rose, Charlie, I'm afraid Dorothy is absolutely right about that, too.
Come on, let's go home. Life saving?
Yeah, go to hell.